Hello and welcome to this live recorded Hangout review. Of course, you know, if you're watching it not live, then it's recorded. But if you're watching it right now, then it's live. 1:27 p.m. Central Standard Time, March 5th, right? 2020. Yeah, March 5th. Okay, so we have something from 2019. It's called Sam's Limited Release Cosmic Sour Tart and Wild Ale. I did a trio review with my daughter and her friend on Thanksgiving Day 2019. They didn't like it much. I thought it was better than they did, but I didn't love it. They said it was rather bland and it wasn't really sour. It's not Cosmic Charlie, it's Cosmic Sour. And it's certified kosher, 4.6% alcohol, 11 IBUs. I'm looking on the website right now, they're not even showing it. That's the thing that's irritating about this company, besides other things. But one irritating thing is that they'll have a beer, it'll come out, and they stop making it, and you never see information about it. At least with Blue Moon. No, this is what I like about Blue Moon. They'll say, here's what we make right now, and it's a limited amount. What they make right now for Blue Moon is limited because they were putting out 20 different things every month, and I guess it wasn't really selling all of it, and they were getting stuck with a lot of it. But so they kind of pulled back, which is probably a good idea. But they'll have a database on the Blue Moon website of every beer they've produced, and it'll tell you retired. And it's very helpful. Samuel Adams used to have a lot of extensive information, but they just cut it out. And I don't understand that. But here we go. It's not a fresh beer. You know, it's old, I guess you'd say. It's orange, a ring of foam, not much of a head on this fairly wide rimmed. I always say brim because I remember those old television commercials. It was a instant coffee you could still buy, and it's called Brim, and they would say fill it to the rim with Brim. So now I always think it's called the Brim. Live beer review, cool. Yes, Jeremy. Here's the reason. I'm not too keen on live beer reviews, but because mainly you start talking to the people and it turns into this long drawn out thing. I see other people do that, and it's like irritating for the viewer, and you're the viewer, and I don't want y'all to be irritated. But this beer is past the date, and I figure I want it on the internet as soon as possible, ASAP, as soon as possible. Here's my shirt, Southeastern Louisiana University, the Lions. Basketball team's been terrible this year. Baseball team's looking bad. The football team did go to the playoffs. So the football team went to the playoffs and won the first playoff game over Villanova, but they had to go on the road and play North Dakota. Well, not North Dakota. What am I saying? Nicholls State had to go face that. They had to play Montana, where they got whipped by Montana, and then Montana had to go play North Dakota, and they got whipped. Well, everybody gets whipped by North Dakota. Fungal says, yo, man, I just realized your buddy Dr. Dave is back. Oh, my. Yeah, well, he's back. Okay. He's done some beer reviews. Yeah, he did a good job on some. He did the, I think it was Pilsner Urquell, if I'm not mistaken. And some other German beers, so good, you know, they're so good. That's a sure shot when you're doing German. Those German Reinheitsgebot beers, almost a guarantee. So it's like almost a sure guarantee you're going to get a great beer. Okay, but we're doing craft ale right now. Tart and wild ale. So I would like to read the ingredients list, but they don't have it. It says brew with a funky Belgian ale that is spontaneously fermented and aged for 2 years in Hungarian oak foeders, which is like a barrel oak container. Wild yeast in the barrels contribute a unique, fruity and tart character, says Jim Koch. All right. Let's just see. It smells like an ale. What I mean, it It doesn't really smell sour or tart. Like it smells like the beach bum that Michelob used to make. And I always use that as a reference point because I just remember that had a unique sweet bread aroma, like a sweet yeasty bread. And it always stuck in my mind. And it has almost like a candy aroma. And I've noticed a lot of Belgian golden ales have that. And this is sort of an orange golden ale. It has that aroma. It's a nice, pleasant aroma. The beer looks fine. It smells good. And my daughter and her friend were like, well, we're not trying to be snobs, but we're kind of snobby and we're picky. Hey, you know what? They buy their beer. They were sampling some that I had. But you have a right to be that way. I mean, if you want to be snobby and be super picky, why not? It's your product. I mean, you buying it, right? I always say that to everybody. Just say what you want about it. But the funny part about that video, that series of videos we did that day, was they mainly just drank Alabama craft beers, okay? Like that's like 99% of what they drink. And it's like the repetitive ones, like they just have a few they like, so they just keep drinking. Okay. So I said, what about this one? It was Steel Reserve or something. It was 6% Steel Reserve. And they don't do any research. They have no background knowledge of these products. That was the one they liked the most. Well, I said, that's funny that the beer you like the most, we did 2 crafts, I think, yeah, and 1 macro, and they liked the macro the most. So I say, hey, but you never know. The body here is a little heavy, so it's like high medium. It's got a fairly dry, crisp taste. Well, dry maybe. Kind of, I don't know. It's a little dirty, but ales, they tend to be like that. And you don't mean it in a nasty way, dirty, like unsanitary. I just mean earthy or something. I can't describe it. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Samuel Adams Brewed doesn't have a friendly web page, says Ron's. It used to be really good, like 10 years ago. It was very detailed, like it would give you specific information on each beer, like when the beer debuted. This beer came out in 1998, and so on. Now, I'm looking at it right now. I wish I had screen share on this. They got the Boston Lager, of course, the Sam 76, which I find so underwhelming. Winter Lager, I like. I'm not going through this whole thing. The Winter Classics. I noticed it in that. I'm not even going to look it up. Bavarian Lager. I thought that was a real good one. They're still showing Rebel. Somebody asked me, is Rebel gone? I said, I assume it is. I hadn't seen it in so long. But here it is. I'm looking at the website. Rebel Rouser, which I really liked. I'm hard to get on board with Samuel Adams, says Pitbull Beer Master. I am not really a fan of beers. I don't even really review their stuff anymore. But you would agree that people should adopt a Pitbull, right? I don't really have a big problem with Samuel Adams beers. They're good. They're not great. I've never reviewed one of their beers and said it was world class. They're just kind of like a lot of what we call mass production craft beers. Okay. They're enjoyable, like a Beta Brewing, Harpoon, Shiner, Samuel Adams. I don't know about Shipyard because those can be kind of funny to some people. Like they don't like their kind of strange yeast flavors and all. But you know the companies I'm talking about. I guess Leinenkugels would apply. Yeah, I know it's owned by Molson Coors, but it operates as an independent craft beer company. Craft style beer. I mean, anyway, those parameters for craft beer are totally arbitrary anyway and capricious. They were just set by trade associations who just keep changing the parameters to make it acceptable for certain juiced in members, Yes to Pitbull, he says. Cheers, Ronald, in the chat, says Blake, and Jeremy says cheers, Blake and crew. I can't post the comments on this. I'm not doing StreamYard because, you know, they limit your minutes. They always tell me you're getting close to running out of minutes, and then they'll say you got 20 hours left. I'm like, I ain't getting close to running out. I got 20 hours left with 5 days going. But Jeremy's one of my moderators. Okay. Full Sail, kind of like in that Whitmer Brothers. Guess you say Ballast Point's becoming like that. That's kind of a dying company. They're in real bad shape because they got sold off to a small craft beer company in Chicago. Constellation Brands just unloaded it. They bought it for $1 billion and dumped it. They lost all kind of money on that. Not really my problem, you know. That company's off the wall, though. Constellation, they think they're going to make money off of cannabis or something. I just think that company's headed for a total crash. But like I said, not my problem. I'm just observing it, watching, you know. This one here, but for a mass-produced craft beer type company, I could name a lot of others, you know. Oh, by the way, y'all, Cigar City showed up this week, like yesterday, in Louisiana. I said, Hi, Eli, IPA. I said, oh, finally. It took like 8 years since I first saw it. And I told people, I said, watch, they're going to arrive in Louisiana. That company's getting too big to not come here. And there they are. Hi, Eli, IPA, one of the best IPAs I've ever had. Cigar City, I said, oh, now we're going to get the Maduro and everything. This thing is fine. It's pleasant, okay? There is a little sourness, a little tart. The girls, their complaint was that it wasn't really sour and it wasn't really that tart. It had a little bit of sourness and a little bit of tartness, but not much. So they said, why are they calling it Kosmic sour? Kosmic. Oh, they thought it was going to just be like, woo, into outer space with sourness. When really, it's like, the name should be something like minimally sour. Samuel Adams minimally sour. That would be a more appropriate name. My nose is itching for some reason. Is it an off-putting or unpleasant? I know it's a little out of date, but it doesn't taste like it turned or anything. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. What's wrong? There's all this pollen in the air. Although I think the rain helped. Heavy rain last night. Still, I see it coming out the trees. Especially that oak. It tastes and smells exactly like in November, December, January, February, March, 4 months ago. Well, it's not that long ago. It's just kind of low profile. But to me, it has more flavor than Sam 76. I just don't see that one. That thing just, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It just seems so bland. It's not bad. I never said it was bad. I said it was like marginally good. Like what I say, like a B minus. Maybe you could say a C plus. Man, if I thought Sam 76 was bad, I'd give it a D. But a B minus is not that high of a score. You know, it's a craft beer. It should be in the A. But some people got very angry, you know. I mean, hostile, like angry. Like, how dare you say Sam 76 isn't awesome? I love it. It's my favorite beer. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I'm going to lie and say, oh, let me calculate this. Let me run an algorithm. Oh, well, if this percentage of viewers love Sam 76, and if I want to build up my channel, and if I want to get subs, and if I want to get likes, and if I want to do this, I need to talk good about it. There's only one problem. If ain't applying, because I don't care about all those things. Is it nice to have a lot of subscribers? Yeah, it is nice. You appreciate it. Get likes. Yeah. People comment. It's nice. Okay, that's not the purpose of the channel. The purpose of the channel is just to review beers and tell you what I think about them. And sometimes I discuss politics, history, geography, and all that. Well, that's just what normal people do. They talk about stuff. But to say stuff nice about a product, hoping to draw in a crowd, I don't do that kind of stuff. This thing here is okay. It's a little fruity, kind of like a sour fruit drink, juice. Is that something I really look to drink? No. You say watch it because you're letting personal preference affect the score. Exactly. I don't want to do that ever. I try to say, is the product quality made? And I think it is. Whether I like the style or not should be irrelevant to the score. I do enough wheat beer reviews and I never care for wheat beer. I don't care for sour beers. I like imperial stouts, you know, I like a lot of styles, but but in the world of sour, it's a little muted. But then what do you expect? It's Samuel Adams. Most of their beers are muted. They have sort of low, like your Pitbull Beer Master, and their flavors are sort of not bursting. They're restrained. So does this fit what I expect from them? Yeah, it does. A beta tends to be that way, very restrained, careful. Do I have a problem with that? No, I don't. If that's what you want to make, if it works, I mean, a lot of people like a beta around here. It is, they love a beta beer. Is it fairly dull relative to other beers? Yeah. But do most people like sort of dull beer? I think they do. I'm going to read the comments. So what would I score this? I would say probably an A minus. About 92 out of 100. Not quite an A, but A minus. It's that good. A minus. 92. But it's not for me. If I never drink it again, will I miss it? No, I won't. Will I ever drink it again? Probably not, because they're probably never going to make it again. I don't think it was too well received. But yeah, they'll try some other things. All right, comments. And then I'll shut this down. We're going to do some more videos later anyway today. So got Thunder and Thursday coming up at 7 Eastern. So what this is 2:40. So almost in about 4 hours and 15 minutes. Let's see. Oh, they got a lot of comments. Blake TV said, looks delicious. It is kind of delicious. I enjoy a lot of the beers from Sam Adams, says JBD, Joe Biden's Dentures. Their New England IPA is a very solid beer at a great price point. We gave that an A. But I like sour beer, says Jerry. I mean, it's good, but not the best sour I've ever had. Sour Monkey from Victory is still my favorite sour beer. I like that one, but we can't get Victory anymore in Louisiana. Heck yeah, I got the variety pack of Cigar City. They just came to Arkansas last week. I haven't seen the variety pack, but I'm sure it'll be around. Fungos, I just cracked a Trooper, Sun, and Steel from Robinson. Sun and Steel. I guess their attempt at a mainstream type lager brewed with sake yeast. It's not bad, but I think I like the regular Trooper better. I like the Trooper beers, but they're so expensive around here. You know, the price is just extraordinarily high here. It may be cheap in England. Them Sour Monkeys are awesome, says Blake. Blake, I got you a highlight for you to try, says Jeremy. It's unreal good. Like Ron said, one of the best I've tried. It really is. Thanks, bro. Sounds delicious. Yes, you'll love it. Smooth IPA and 7.5. Yes, definitely weak for a sour, but not a bad beer. Just middle of the road. Yeah, I love the Abita Amber, says Jeremy. Cool, I'm going to try it. Join in tonight. Oh, good. And they were asking me, what can we drink? What can we drink? Well, I said, well, you could drink whatever you want on Thunder and Thursday. Beer, wine, liquor, water, milk, Kool-Aid, tomato juice. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to drink. You could drink water. And I'm not joking about that. I'm not being like sarcastic. You could literally come on there and drink water. Cheers, everyone, says Beer Hound. Hey, Bill. I'll be watching, says Blake. Cheers, Beer Hound. Remember, anybody can join. It's just we're limited to 6 at a time because of that platform. Cheers. Did you hear Corona beer sales are down 35% because of the virus? That's crazy. It shows people being stupid, you know? It's like, how could you be that ignorant? To think that a virus from China is somehow related to a beer from Mexico. There's no kind of, you almost have to hope that those kind of stories are fake because it's insanity. Jeremy, back to work. Okay, catch you later, man. I'm off today, so I can afford to goof around. I cut the grass Tuesday. I went walking 1.5 miles already. I did my push-ups and my sit-ups. I didn't lift the weights yet, but I mean, I got time to kind of, you hate to say waste time. Have a good day, Jeremy. You're kidding about Corona, right? That's ridiculous. We hope that is. CSA Kentucky, Kosmic Sour. Hey, something about it puts me off, but some Cold Snap is good. I do like Cold Snap more than I used to. It's true, unfortunately. Cool review, says Joseph. Thank you. All right, so an A minus. It's just what it is. It is what it is. But what it is good. And in fact, at the lower end of excellent. And like my daughter says, that doesn't make sense, the lower end of excellent. I say it makes perfect sense. You got A minus, A, and A plus. A means excellent, so you got different ranges of excellent. It's just like this, right? It's going up and down the scale of excellent. But either way the cut goes, no matter how you cut it, 90 to 100, it's excellent. It's good. If I drank a beer every day that was a 90 out of 100, I wouldn't be complaining unless I paid a price that should be coming out 100 out of 100, right? Talk to you later, says Fungal. 7, you say? Yeah, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 o'clock Pacific, you see. Just cracked the Great Divide Pablo's Coffee Porter. Well, we sure can't get that around here. You the man, Ronald. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, Blake. CSA Kentucky says Sam Adams is brewing some wild stuff at their Boston brewery. You can see there on their Instagram account. Yeah, if you go, most of these companies are like that, okay? Even the mass-produced craft beer companies like Shiner and Abita, if you go to the grocery store, you get the ordinary stuff, which is very good. But if you go to their brew pub, then you get the real exotic stuff. You go to Shiner in Spotsville, Texas, which is kind of remote. It's hard to get to. It's a real pain in the, you know what, to get to it. But if you go there, they'll have all kind of stuff that's not going to be seen in stores, and it'd be much more intense and more flavorful and edgy. Same thing with Abita and even Dixie Brewing. They're going to do, but they're just making small batches, and if people say, it's terrible, they didn't produce 1 million barrels and try to be stuck with it, you know. So yeah, if you go to the brew pub, you're going to get some more wild stuff. But that's always been the case with Abita, and probably for all these companies, all of them. It's all right. What you need to try is Epic Tart and Juicy IPA. It's my favorite beer. It says Roxcan, RKOX Roxcacani. I'd love to try that and 1,000 other beers, but I can't get them. Thanks, man. I think he called us a bastard. I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah, plus their pints were incredibly high. See, for a regular pint of Boston Lager was $7. Oh, no, thanks. That's the downside to going to the the beer gardens. Don't even get me started. But there's two downsides, more than two. One problem, you're over there, you're drinking. And what do you want to do? You want to drink this, that, everything. Drink, 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 grab, grab. Nobody's tackling, everybody's grabbing. So you want to drink. Oh, but now you got to drive home. You say, I'll just take the bus. Good. Well, I live 35 miles from a Dixie Brewing. What I'm going to do, take the bus? And you say, yeah, there's probably a state trooper waiting down the road from a beater because he knows they got an event that night. Oh, yeah, you know that's going to happen. It's like not worth it. I'd rather be at this house drinking this stuff. Boom. Then you see the prices. Oh, yeah. $8 for this, $7 for that, $6 for this. That's the cheap one. $8 for that. Whoa, golly gee, by the time you finish, you done spend $100 for what? Some beer? Think of all the variety packs you could have bought. You could add people to your house and drink stuff. Go to their house and drink stuff, assuming you don't have to drive. So yeah, but we could do this internet stuff, talk to each other like, I don't like paying those prices. Paying $9 for 12 ounces of beer. You say, no, it's 16. Okay, $16. 16 ounces for $9. Oh, what a deal. Yeah, the woes of rural living. Yeah, I've gone there. Some unusual stuff that never make it to the stores. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. I'll stick with my bush. Bush. I like bush ice especially, but we can't get it in Louisiana. Well, so that's the last of the Kosmic sour. And look, it's dripping out. That last little bit. Nah, no sediment. Done. A-. It's fine. If you see it, it'll be old. But from my experience, it won't really matter. I rarely go out anymore because DUI is just not worth it. Oh, no, it is not. I mean, I got a ticket for going by the red light, and that was like a total bullcrap ticket because it was sort of my fault, but only in a strict technical sense. It was really the fault of the 18-wheeler delivering the oil truck, delivering the oil. It was his fault. His fault. He created the scenario. He created the circumstance that made that happen. But that's a minor problem. DWI, DUI, depending on what state you're in. Louisiana, it's DWI, driving while intoxicated. Other states is driving under influence, DUI, whatever. Same thing. Yeah, it's like not worth it. It's crazy, they're just looking to clip you. You say it's a public safety issue, and it's really a revenue issue. But anyway, whatever the case, I don't want to deal with that. That's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Thunder and Thursday, that should be cool. All right, so did a review this morning of the canned cocktail, Monaco cocktail. The Citrus Rush. It was a very interesting product. Strong, 9%. Wow. But $2.50 a can. That's 2 shots a can. 2 cans for $5. 4 shots, $5. It's quality stuff too. They make some good stuff. Sugary, but I've been very pleased with those Monaco cocktails. Oh yes, yes, yes. Don't expect to get any more. I mean, they can't make a variety every week just for me, but that was good. And so that'll be posted in a week or so. I did this live one, which will be recorded if you watch it later. I got to think about what's coming up next. So I know Thunder and Thursday is coming up at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Cities fleece the population with traffic tickets. Yeah, beer hound. Okay, I got you. That's right. What's hard to find whiskey? About 1,000 brands. I mean, you could name. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot. New product to look out for is Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Iced Tea, aged in bourbon barrels. So they say, oh, good grief. The PBR coffee review was great, says DD60, Dancing Dog 60. It was really fun. My friend David was like, what? I was like, let's check it out, And we had those little, kind of like those little liqueur glasses. We had to admit it was good, though. We wanted to rip on it. Like, we wanted to attack it, was what we wanted to do. Like, talk about, this is not beer. It is technically beer, but not really. But we admit it. We did like it. I wanted to hear you say it, Ron. I ain't saying it. All right. That's that. It's over. Thanks for watching this video production. You'll never see this in my hands again, I bet you.